Mary and Jim, who live in Vancouver, usually take the highway up to Kamloops and across the mountains to Calgary to visit their parents. This year they're interested in visiting a friend in Kelowna on their way to Calgary. Mary is wondering whether their trip through Kelowna would be longer and take a lot more time. So she Googled the trip through Kelowna and discovered that it would take about 40 more minutes to travel to Calgary through Kelowna. Google also showed that the detour through Kelowna would increase the distance by about 40 kilometers. Mary shares this information with her husband Jim and concludes by saying, "We'll go to Kelowna on our way to Calgary. It is a short detour of 40 kilometers. Jim retorts, "Who says we're going to Kelowna? I have to do the extra driving through the mountains. Don't I have a say on this decision as well?" Now both are upset. This unpleasant exchange could have been avoided by Mary by saying, "If we go to Kelowna on our way to Calgary, we have to take a short detour of 40 kilometers. With this statement, she would not have announced the decision. She would have added in relevant information to their discussion. Jim could have checked the information himself and discovered that Mary's information was correct, or whether it was not. Mary's conditional statement, "If A, then B," is another form of deductive reasoning used to solve a problem. Conditional statements do not close the problem-solving process, but add information and logic that might help to solve a problem, to close the information gap and the logical gap. Mary and Jim have to make a decision as to whether a detour of 40 kilometers, which would extend their travel time of 40 minutes, is worth the stopover in Kelowna. Conditional reasoning takes this form. Major: if we go to Kelowna on our way to Calgary, the detour of 40 kilometers. Minor: go to Kelowna on our way to Calgary. Conclusion: detour of 40 kilometers. It is expressed as follows: if P, then Q, major premise, P, minor premise, therefore Q, conclusion. In conditional reasoning, the conclusion frequently is absent. It is understood from the two premises. Try this. At sponsorvillage.ca, go to Writing and to Conditional Argument. Read the essay and complete the template. Write an essay using a conditional argument. After you're pleased with your essay, edit it for grammar to create a reader's draft. If you have any questions about the writing process, send them to askdrotto@sponsorvillage.ca. Enjoy your writing experience.